Hi, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to just tell you what to do for NEET 2023 to crack NEET 2023. And if you're in a 12th standard and you're studying in 12th standard and you're studying for your boards and you want to ace NEET along with your boards, then this video is for you. Don't skip it, just watch fully to know what I did and what you can do to make it a success. Okay, so first thing that you have to know certain things for the success. Okay, so first thing that I will tell you is subject wise approach. So you have to know, like, for which subject how do you have to approach. It's not like your 10th standard how you did. Okay, it's not like your 10th standard that you approached in the same way for all subjects. No, not anymore. So you have to just follow each and everything, like you need separate approach for each and every subject. Okay, and then second thing, you must have an habit of practicing more MCQs in the sense that has a question and with 4 options and one should be the correct option. Mostly that will be the single option questions only, like one correct option should be there. Okay, so it's not like JEE exam that we get 2 options to be correct. No, so single option correct questions can be good. Okay, so you can go with that. Okay, so I'll tell you from where to practice for what subject. So everything I'll be telling in this video, and I'll be telling you how to approach each and every subjects just in upcoming slides. Okay, now next thing that you have to keep in your mind is to keep the basics strong. For example, let's say that you haven't studied your 11th standard properly, or you were just in the thing of like, okay, we did 10th standard perfectly and let's just relax for 1 year so that we will have your next year perfectly ready, right? So you might be thinking that way, but I'm telling you, just try before you start your NEET preparation. I think just keep your basics strong. That means you have to know, like, in your 11th standard you might have just come across a chapter called hydrocarbons, that's in the CBSE syllabus, right? So that hydrocarbons you must be knowing little by little. Okay, you just need to know a little, because that will be just applied in your 12th standard organic chemistry. Okay, so keep your basics strong, so that you will not struggle in your 12th standard. Okay, next thing is clear your doubts then and there. That means you can clear it from your teacher, that is your school teacher, or anyone that anyone that you just think them as your mentor, right? Third, next thing that you have to remember is that smart work plus hard work will just just take you to great heights. Okay, it's not only your hard work but also smart work. So you have to work smartly and hard. Okay, so both are important, it's not only hard work. Okay, next thing that you have to remember is consistency is the key. When I say this consistency, you have to remember that this thing that you have to just have an idea, like let's say I am studying for 1 day, and next day I'm not studying. It's not the consistency. You have to study for the whole week, and the next week you may have any breaks, like you may have some small breaks in the day, but it's not that you're just taking some 10 days break. No, that's not good. Okay, so that's not good for your studies. Hereafter you have to be consistent, and then only your success will be assured. Okay, next, it's all about our mindset. If you think that okay, we can crack the NEET in first attempt itself, yes you can. But if you think that okay, after completing, so let's complete 12th standard first, like I'll just complete the boards with a perfect percentage and then I'll just go and crack NEET in the 1 month that I have. No, it's not possible. Like in the 1 month you cannot revise entire syllabus, because approach for the NEET is different, because we have MCQs and we have some more things that you have to know, right? Some skills you have to develop for NEET. Okay, that means you must have you must have a mind that is calm during the examination. You must have the thing to you have to manage your time properly. So all the skills come. Okay, so I'll be posting a different video about that, but still I'm telling you, it's all about your mindset. How you just train your mind, you will be trained that way. Okay, so don't worry about it. I will be just giving you all the things one by one. Okay, next thing that I have to just tell you is that biology is a very important subject in your NEET, because it's a high scoring one. And if you see, your NEET is of 720 marks till now. Okay, and if it is 720 marks, then your 360 marks is of biology. Okay, till 2020 it was only biology, but after that they changed it to botany and zoology. Don't worry, we can just our NCERT book is of both botany and zoology. It is mixed, so don't worry about it. Just just give full reading. Let's treat it as biology only, so don't worry about it. Okay, so we have two books. Okay, we have two books. One is of 11th standard and second is of 12th standard. First 11th standard consists of 22 chapters and 12th consists of 16 chapters. So be thorough with everything. So don't just think that okay, this chapter I'm not understanding, so let's leave only this chapter. That's not that you should not do with your biology, because it's your high scoring subject. Even one question, even if it is easy from that difficult chapter, you will be losing your 4 marks, right? So don't just leave that thing. Okay, so just study your biology 100%. Okay, second book that you can follow is NCERT Exampler, that you can just purchase from the market, or you can just purchase from the online, or if you want only PDF form, it is available. Or otherwise, in the new edition NCERT books, you will find that in front of every chapter there will be the QR code. Just if you scan them, you will get the exampler. Okay, you will get the exampler questions of that chapter. Okay, and next thing or next book that I have to consider for the MCQ practice is your MTG at your fingertips. MTG, that is NCERT at your fingertips, that you have to buy it from the Amazon or any other online stores that you can buy, and you have to just practice all the questions from each and every chapter. It is fully NCERT based, so you can rely on it and you can practice from there. Okay, and you have to practice that around 3 times before your NEET exam. That's more than enough. Okay, because it's just simple only, so it's all from the NCERT, so you don't have to worry. So just give your time. After you complete a chapter, just solve the questions from there, and that's enough. Okay, next then, if you're in a 12th, actually this video is for the 12th students who are pursuing their 12th standard right now. So if you're in your 12th, then start with 12th NCERT portions. Don't worry of what you just left in your 11th. Don't even worry. Okay, so just start with your 12th NCERT portions and read them line by line. When I say line by line, you have to start from the unit introduction. That is, when a unit is starting, there will be some introduction that is given. Then next page there will be the scientist, some scientists or some biologists that will be related to that unit will be given. Okay, who will be related to that unit will be given, and that you have to be thorough with that scientist also. So next thing that you have to know is the chapter introduction. So you have to be thorough with the chapter introduction. Then in between the chapters you will have tables, diagrams with the labels, so everything you must know. And at the last, don't leave your summary. Read your summary. This summary is important, so read your summary. Even some points that are not in your text, that is not in your chapter, they will be in your summary. So read the summary, and maybe the questions may be asked from the summary. There is a direct line, or there may be statement type. In your 2022 there were a lot of statement questions, and for those and all, you must have a skill, right? So for that, reading summary will help you. Like every time when you read the chapter, read along with the summary, so that you will not feel the burden. Sometimes the students may feel lazy that okay, I have read this many pages of chapters, should I read the summary? That's only that is only around 150 words. Okay, so don't neglect the summary, just read it also. Okay, next thing is frequent revision is the key. What do I mean by the frequent revision? For example, let's say for 12th standard, just go with your teacher. Like what your teacher is teaching, just go with them. That's enough. Okay, so that is actually good pace. Okay, so just go with them. Sometimes we may find some extra time also, so that time, if you have the time for extra things, then you can just study some easy chapters on your own, like reproductive health and all. They are easy, right? Reproductive health, and then microbes in human welfare, those are easy, so you can study on your own and understand by your own. But try to read it, the things like, for example, your teacher is teaching you the microbes in human welfare the next day, so you read it by the previous day itself. So you read the particular chapter previous day itself, so that in the class it will be easy. So I think this is the pro tip that I'm giving for all the subjects, not only for biology but for everything. So I'll be telling you how to follow those, and when and where should we implement it, everything I'll be telling you in this video itself. Okay, next, try to read one chapter of 11th bio NCERT at the end of your day. If you're saying that your 11th is not so good, that means I was not so sincere, or I was not so serious about my preparation in my 11th standard. Don't worry, you still have time. Okay, so try to read every chapter, like one single chapter from your 11th standard NCERT biology, just at the end of your day. Like you have around 1 hour before you sleep. Okay, you just study that particular thing. So the way I told you, you have to study that way only. Okay, like unit, then chapter, then your particular tables, diagrams, then summary. That way you have to go. Okay, then if you just feel bored of reading NCERT again and again, then solve MCQ of that chapter. Solving MCQs will just refresh your mind, and also you can just see, like you can just learn like from where the questions are asked. So that way you can help, that way you can just keep your pace. Okay, next thing what I have to tell you is that now I have just told you that you have to read your NCERT multiple times. Your biology NCERT you have to be reading multiple times. For that, what can be done? Like, how do I know that I have read this chapter these many times, that many times? Before your NEET exam, you have to read at least 15 times. Every chapter you have to read 15 times in your biology. Okay, at least in biology. That means, what do I mean by this? Like, you just prepare a paper, like you just take a A4 sheet, write all the chapter names, that are present. Okay, and then just create some 15 columns, and then when you are reading a chapter, put a tick mark in the number 1, and then the second time when you read the chapter, then put a tick mark under number 2. Like that, this way you can just keep just reminding yourself that okay, we have read this much time this chapter, so we have to read these many times. Like, quantity doesn't matter, but still you must know like how many times we are reading it. Are we reading it multiple times? Sometimes we may be biased over some chapters only, and we may not look at other chapters. For that bias should not be there, because in biology every chapter is important, so that bias should be taken out. Like, that should not be there. For that, I'm telling you to keep this checklist with you. Okay, and the mnemonics will help you a lot. Okay, mnemonics will help you a lot, definitely. Okay, so those mnemonics you can create on your own, or you can just follow some YouTube channels that are there, and you can just get from there also, or it is available in the Telegram channels. Most of the Telegram channels, they are just providing you with mnemonics for free, and you can follow them also, right? And solve your NCERT book bag questions at least once. They will help you in boards. That means most of them, they'll be value based only, but still you find the questions that are asked in your boards, like in your school exams. So read, just solve them at least once. Just don't generally mug up the things. That means try to write the value points. Try to write the value points from the text, and try to create the sentences on your own. Okay, next is, in the last 5 months you have to read one chapter of biology daily with full focus, and that will help you recollect in your exams. Okay, next thing that I have to tell you is about the chemistry. It is your queen of NEET. That means it's a very high scoring subject, and when you studied this, and when you're studying this with interest, then it is very, very easy. So the trend of questions that are asked are, it is very easy to find the trend of questions that are asked. So how can we know that? By solving more MCQs. So the more MCQs you solve, then the more more approach you will be knowing of solving a question, right? Then division. The next to a chemistry has got divided into 3. One is physical, next organic, then inorganic. In the physical chemistry, they are mostly formula based. They are just like physics. Okay, but still they are easy. They are more easier when compared to physics. Okay, next, they are focused. So if you are just 12th standard, so just focus on 12th standard. That will help you in your boards. Okay, and just read the theory from NCERT at least once. That's enough. Okay, and next, that pro tip that I want to give you is that it's a very important thing, or the bonus tip, that whatever you can take it. So you have to solve all the NCERT examples, in-text questions, book back exercise, everything you have to solve it. Okay, and if you're done with your NCERT questions, then go with MTG fingertips book. Okay, if you're done with your NCERT questions, then go to the MTG, then go with the MTG NCERT at your fingertips book for chemistry, that is especially physical chemistry. They are mostly NCERT based only. Okay, next we have 4 books for our chemistry, that means for our NEET, that is chemistry 11th part 1 part 2, and chemistry 12th part 1 part 2. Okay, these 4 books are very important, and you have to be thorough in all the 4 books. Okay, next thing that I have to just tell you is that organic chemistry. In organic chemistry, you have to just remember that NCERT is must. So you have to understand them with a full focus. Your frequent revision is very, very important. How can we do this frequent revision? So when you study a chapter and you are studying a topic from it, so there will be a lot of preparation, and there will be a lot of reactions that is involved with that. So write and see them in a paper or a notebook. Okay, write them, see on a paper or a notebook. So those questions you have to keep an eye, like when the next exam approaches you have to revise those questions that are help that will help. Okay, next is inorganic chemistry. You have to treat it as biology. You have to treat it as biology. That means how you are just doing biology, that how you are studying biology, you have to approach this inorganic chemistry in the same way, because most of the questions are theory oriented. So you just have to give them you have to just approach them just how you approach your biology. Okay, next, read each and every line of ncrt in your inorganic chemistry. So here I have a trick for you. So what you have to do is, first time I'm reading the inorganic chemistry, that what is taught in the class. Okay, next, for example, next day, for after 1 week they are just announcing a test on that particular chapter. Now when I am reading the second time the particular chapter I am reading, for example, let's say that chapter is your p block of your 12th standard p block. Okay, and the second time when I'm reading it, I may not remember the some particular points. I may not remember what I read in the first thing. Like you may be just telling that, okay, this point we don't remember, like that your brain might analyze. Okay, so those points, take those points and write it in a notebook. Okay, for each chapter you just follow this. Okay, after some time what happens, there will be a time when this forget points, that is the points that you are forgetting, will be just gradually decreasing, because you are reading it multiple times. Whenever the school announces a test on the chapter, you are just reading it again and again, and you are just completing the multiple readings of your ncrt. Along with, you are able to recollect that what you are able that you are that you are tend to forget, you are able to recollect. Right now, gradually when your exam approaches, this particular points that you are forgetting will be turned into only one paper. If you just write it in one paper, that will be enough. And that way your revisions must be there in your inorganic chemistry, and this is the most effective way, and I have just tried and tested it, and it's very useful, so you can use it all the time. Okay, next thing that I have to tell you is that 12th inorganic, they have more weightage, so don't worry of what you have left in your 11th standard. Don't even worry of it. So V12, that is your 12th standard, they have a very good weightage. That is inorganic, especially inorganic, they have a more weightage, so don't worry of it. Okay, and read and reproduce method. So once you are reading the chapter, so maybe the next day just try to recollect like what you studied in the last day, right? So the previous day, whatever you studied, just try to recollect in the particular day. So that will help you. This is what active recalling is all about, and you can apply it in biology as well. That will help you in recollecting in exams as well. So don't worry of the stuff that they are given in the book. Just try to recollect all the time, and that will help you. Active recalling helps you a lot. Okay, next, allot one book. I have told you. So you're going to allot one notebook, and you're going to write all the reactions on it and learn it. Okay, so every time you're just approaching, or you're just seeing a reaction, just write in that notebook for 3 times or 5 times, and that will go to your brain. So every time when you do this, they will just go in your subconscious mind. So when it is the exam time, even when you're in pressure, you're able to identify the reaction, and you'll be able to write the products or whatever it is asked. Okay, like they may ask you the catalyst, or they may ask you the reagents or the products, anything they may ask you. And because they are in your subconscious mind, even when you're in a tensed condition, you're able to recollect it. Okay, next thing is the physics, which is the rank decider of your NEET. That means it will decide your rank. Even though you're scoring more on your chemistry and biology, this physics will decide your rank. So give yourself just think that, okay, physics is going to be easy this year. Like as you're starting early, this physics will be easy. Just think in that note and you will be done. Okay, so lectures you can follow with physics wala. Okay, lectures for lectures you can just go with the physics wala, and you have to just take class notes from that particular thing. If you don't know Hindi also, just go with it, you will learn it. Okay, next, clear your doubts then and there with your school teacher or some other mentor who is guiding you, and read ncrt at least once and solve the ncrt questions. Then formula sheets, you need it for the last minute revision, and focus on 12th for now, because they will help you in boards also. Okay, and solve DC Pandey thoroughly. That means you can solve the DC Pandey without any second thought, because I have solved them, and they are great actually. Okay, so these are the 4 books that are ncrt. Okay, you have to solve the book by questions at least once. If you don't have time, then that's okay, but still you can solve once. Okay, and then now the question is, do we find time for doing these things after coming from the school? So okay, we have school from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Now how do we find time for doing all these NEET preparation, like what I have told you? See, these things you're not going to do for a month. like you have only 1 month left for the NEET exam, and you have to do all the chapters and you have to follow everything for every chapters. No, not at all, because we have 1 year around. Okay, because let's say that your NEET is from on the June month. Okay, let's say we have around 10 months of time, so you can definitely crack this with these strategies. If you're just, small drops will make the ocean, right? So tiny drops make ocean, right? So that you can believe on that note, and you can just work on it, right? So even small steps in a single day can help you. Yes, how you can just make it possible, that you have, let's say your school hours is from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. So for that, I'm just waking up at 5 a.m. and my school works from the 5 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. That means whatever is taught in the previous class, the previous day, I'll be reading in the 5 to 6:30 a.m. and what will be taught in the same day, like let's say your maths teacher told that, okay, your biology teacher told that, okay, we'll be doing this chapter like molecular biology today. Your teacher having only 45 minutes of your class, so she will be doing only around 2 or 3 pages, right? Two or three pages, or maximum 5 pages. So just read that in prior. Okay, so that when your teacher is teaching, you will not feel that okay, this is something new. No, not at all, you will not feel that. Okay, otherwise watch some video lectures that are available on the internet, not with full focus, but still you just try to understand something, and just grasp from it whatever you can, and try to reproduce in your class. That's it. Okay, and then from the NEET preparation, if you want, it's from the 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Just do with your full focus, like you can study your chemistry and physics at that point of time and have dinner. Then from 8:15 to 11 p.m. focus on biology and chemistry. After you coming from the school, just take a nap. Okay, just take a nap. Okay, and then just try to do your NEET preparation. Okay, that means, what do I call that to be? So you can just watch the physics lectures and solve the physics questions, and chemistry, some of the theory you can read whatever is taught, and then you can, in the after having dinner, you have to study biology, and some of the questions of chemistry you can solve it. Okay, so this is how we can do. Okay, so one pro tip, or the two pro tips that I have to give you, is that complete most of the miscellaneous work in school when you get time. That means in your school some teacher might be absent, so try to utilize that time and do some miscellaneous work that I have, like some formula sheet preparation, or some notes that you have to just to copy from the books, or you have to prepare some notes on your own, the flow charts, reagent charts, all you can do on that time. Okay, and on Sunday, what should I do? On Sunday, whatever you have studied in your week, revise them thoroughly and complete the backlogs if any, and enjoy your day with your siblings, your parents, and your friends. That's it. Okay, so all the best for your preparation, and consistency is the key, and it's all about your mindset. So you have to have a very positive mindset to crack it, and definitely you will definitely come out with flying colors. And all the best for all of you. Thank you. Consider subscribing this channel so that you won't miss my videos.